Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Love and Lore podcast, the podcast where we spread love through sharing our stories and life lore. I am joined with another special guest today. I'm joined with my beautiful friend Chahat.
Hi.
There she is. And yeah, today we're going to be talking about being home away from home, finding a home away from home. And first of all, let's give the room to Chahat and introduce herself. So go ahead, Queen.
Hi. I am Chahat. I'm from India. I'm 19 years old, going on 45. But yeah, I'm an international student at UBC. I study psychology, and I'm really excited to be here.
Yay. Yeah, actually, Chahat asked to be on the podcast.
Yes,
And
I'm so proud of her. She's like doing so
thanks,
amazing.
Queen. Yeah. No, like, I love when people are excited to be on my podcast. Like, honestly, I'm more excited than them to be on the podcast. But yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. First of all, I'm in her room, in her
Dorm.
her
Yeah.
dorm. It's really nice, by the way. And I just feel so lucky to have me in here. And yeah, um, I think this topic is really important, first of all, because as an international student, there are many things that are hard from
Oh yeah,
living home
definitely.
living away from home, right? And especially coming from a place like India where the culture is so family tied, so
Yeah.
a lot of family oriented things, and I know you're very in touch with your culture too. So
Yes, I am.
yeah, so like finding a place of community is hard as an international student. Let's first start off by talking about how we met,
Yeah.
because I don't go to UBC, but we actually met through a volunteering program.
Yeah.
When I met Chahat, she was honestly the sweetest. Like, I could just feel her energy was so warm and welcoming, and I could just talk to her. She's so down to
Stop.
earth. She's so smart, and she's a hard worker. And she's honestly,
you.
she runs one of the people that runs the program now, and I'm very proud of her too.
Thank you.
Like we just had our appreciation lunch today,
Yeah.
and it was so. She was one of the speakers, and I'm just so happy to see her up there.
Thank you.
Yeah. We are now going to talk about you
Okay.
and move on to the main discussion. So, first of all, what is your like what's home like for you back in India?
it was my actual house, but it was also like my family, my friends, and just like honestly, a huge part of it was my school. Because I didn't have a lot of friends in school, but I was really connected to my teachers and the like nobody in my year I actually liked except for my one friend that I've known since I was in kindergarten, and we're still friends, thank God. But I used to connect with students in years below me. Like they were all like all of them, they have my heart. And like home, my family, it was a bit tricky with my family because I was going through my rogue teenage years where I wouldn't talk to them properly. But yeah, it was. I'm gonna talk more about that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was my family and my grandma. A huge part of it was my grandma and just my friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
And like my actual house. Like I grew up in that house. Like I've lived there my entire life, and now it's being torn apart because we're like rebuilding the entire place. So I don't have a home to go to anymore, like the
Aw.
physical aspect of it. But yeah, it was just that. Yeah.
Which part of India are you from?
I'm from the capital. I'm from Delhi.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's like the heart of India. It's the one place that people either love the most or hate the most in the country. But
Okay.
yeah, I love the most. Like
Yeah.
the only place I love in the world other than Vancouver is Delhi. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing
Yeah,
that.
of course.
Why did you decide to move to Canada?
Well, I kind of sort of always knew that I want to come to a foreign country to study, like, you know. And initially, I was just enamored by the US, that because, like, you know, everyone loves the US.
Yeah.
And then my dad, when I was younger, he used to work for, I forgot the name of the company because who remembers where
Literally,
my
yeah.
dad works? But yeah, I think it was American Express that he used to work for the bank, and he used to live in India for like half the year and then the US for half the year. So he had a lot of experience living in the US. And when I was like thinking about, okay, I want to go to a foreign country, he told me that I shouldn't go to the US because of like just a lot of stuff that I don't want to get too political, so I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, it was just a lot of reasons. So he suggested that look into the UK, look into Canada, and I was like, okay, so I don't want to go to the UK because I just like it's not a good economy and stuff, and yeah, so Canada was the next best option, and I'm so glad I chose Canada. It's just like a wonderful place. Yeah.
Did you know anything about Canada before moving here?
I knew that you guys love maple leaves.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that everyone called it the 51st state, which was just okay. And I knew that a lot of Indian people come here, so that's all I knew.
And what year was this?
I moved here in 2023 when I was 17 years old. So
17 years old.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So you just graduated high school.
Yes.
And were there other kids in your year that also moved internationally? Was it a big thing?
Yes. Not it wasn't a big thing, but like a few of us did move. Like 4 people from my year, including me, moved to a different country, but a lot of us just moved to different cities within India, but a lot of them did stay in Delhi. And yeah.
Yeah. And why didn't you want to stay local?
Well, a lot of reasons. First of all, especially at that time, I was the kind of person who was like, I cannot live with my family. These people drive me crazy. I cannot live with them. But also, it was just like the things that I wanted to study. Psychology isn't a very big field in India, and it's not a field that a lot of people respect because there's just not a lot of mental health awareness.
Yeah.
So because of that, I knew that the scope of the field in itself is not that large, and I wouldn't be able to truly explore my potential within India if I decide to study psychology in India. But so I knew that coming to a different country was the best option because I would be able to, explore psychology as a field while also like exploring who I am away from home, like away from this idea of the protected little baby, because I'm the youngest in my family, both sides.
Oh, wow.
So I've always been the baby of the family, like even with my dad's side, with my mom's side, I've just been like, everyone's like, you have to keep her safe, you have to make sure that she doesn't get hurt. So with the whole thing that I have to find who I am away from home, find who I am away from this whole I'm just a baby concept, that I need to be independent. So I knew that I had to move away.
That's such a power move. I love that. Yeah, and also that whole idea of psychology, this culture around psychology in India, I think that's so interesting. That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
That it's not that, I guess, well, I don't know,
talked about.
And we'll touch on that later, actually, too. So, yeah. What was your family's reaction? Because you did say that they're very protective, so.
Well, my mom wasn't happy about it because she's especially scared for me because, I'm just her baby girl.
Yeah.
So she knew that she was really, really, really sad. But my dad was very excited for me that, I'm moving away and I'm going to explore this new life because like I mentioned, that he's lived in the US for a while. So he knew that it would be a challenge, but he knew that it would secure a better future for me. So he was really excited for me, and my brother was just like, ugh. My brother was, he was really excited for me too, because he also was moving to Canada around the same time for his master's. So he was also like, oh, we're gonna move together, but he's not in Vancouver, thankfully.
Okay.
No, he's in Montreal, but yeah. He was also like, we're gonna move together and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So he ended up moving a few months after me just because the visa the authority in Canada had a strike or something, so his visa got stuck. So he moved a few months after me, but he was really excited that I was gonna go in my undergrad to a fresh country where like no experience of like what is going on, and I'm gonna just be this person that's gonna do so much and be just like an amazing person. But secretly I knew he was really mad at me for leaving because I'm 7 years younger than him, so he's just like a third parent to me. So
I'm glad that both of you have been able to build your own lives
Yeah.
in different provinces and
Mm-hmm.
being away from your family, because that's really,
Yeah.
really cool. So thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
So let's move on to when you came to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So do you remember your first few days or weeks here? And what did you notice about Canada? What stood out to you? The culture shock? Like,
Well, actually, I don't particularly remember the first few weeks really well because I moved here 2 days before university was supposed to start.
oh,
Like uni was starting August 27th because of like the orientation week, and I moved here August 25th, 2023. I still remember because I like I'm good with dates and stuff.
Yeah.
So, um, I moved here 2 days before uni was supposed to start, and the first 2 days were just like, I had to shop for my dorm. I had to settle into the fact that a country like I moved 7,000 miles away from
Yeah.
home, so it was really weird. And then when uni started, it just became really fast paced. Running to classes, assignments, and then I honestly it was just a blur. But I know that it was really fast paced, and I met a lot of people,
yeah.
like mostly Indian people, but just because they were the people I was familiar with. But yeah. Also like the education system in India is very different from
Right.
the one here, so it was really like it was like so weird that I did not understand a lot of it for the first few months. I was like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've watched Harry Potter, but in the movies, there's a meme where Ron, the Harry Potter's best friend, is just going like
Scratching his head.
I can't explain that in like audio, but he's just scratching his head and he's like, what's going on? And I like for the first 2 months of the entire experience in Canada, I felt like Ron Weasley in that in like the first 2 months were just like, I'm Ron Weasley, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, no, you're not just adjusting. Yeah, again, you're not just adjusting to Canada,
Yeah.
but to school, missing family, and
Definitely.
yeah, my goodness. So first of all, you're very strong for that.
Thank you.
So cool, and just having to do it alone too is crazy. Yeah.
For like my mom helped me move, but then she left 3 days later because she was just here to help me move, like the physical aspect of it, but the emotional aspect of it was like really, it was weird.
Yeah, I know a lot of people just sob like as soon as their parents like close their door, leave. Like, it just kind of lets you appreciate.
Yeah,
your
I
loved
mean,
ones more.
honestly, I wasn't sad when my mom left, like, because I was so excited and overwhelmed by the university experience that I didn't properly say goodbye to her when she left. And then 3 days later, I was like, oh my God, I am all alone. My mommy's not here anymore.
It just took a bit to process.
Yeah, it took time. It took some time to process like what was going on.
Yeah, that was my next question here. It was like, what was the moment where you were like, I'm really far away from home? Like,
okay, so I actually so I auditioned to be in this group in this club at UBC, and they didn't let me in. And I was just really, really sad.
yeah,
Because it was a dance group and I love dancing. To be rejected like was a big deal for me.
yeah,
And also like I had no one around me. Like my mom wasn't here, my dad wasn't here, my brother wasn't here, my friends weren't here. I like the people I was friends with I'd known for 2 weeks. So it was really weird. And then I was just crying in my room that, oh my God, I didn't get in. And then I was like, who do I talk to? And then I was like, I am so far away from home. I have no one to talk to.
yeah.
So I just like called up the 2 weeks ago friends and I was like, hey guys, I'm kind of dying right now. Can you guys come and help me? So thankfully they came and I was feeling better.
That's good. Yeah. Damn, they really missed out on your dancing.
Yeah.
The heck?
Oh my God.
Wow.
I mean, I'm glad that I don't want to say anything more about it, but that's not a nice group.
Oh, okay. Well,
thankfully.
the quote's like, was it rejection is redirection?
Yeah.
So
All's well that ends well.
there you go. We're gonna smoothly transition from that onto more school.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're settled in, and all that stuff. But why specifically did you choose UBC?
Well, like I said, I had to explore Canada as like a fallback option. So when I actually started looking at universities, I looked at a couple Canadian universities. I looked at U of T, I looked at UBC, Waterloo. I also looked at SFU and one other university, I forget the name. But yeah, I was looking at like a bunch of universities and I started looking at the UBC campus and stuff. I was looking at all the campuses and I was like, this is really cool. Like, this is so pretty. And then I looked at the programs and stuff and I was like some of the courses like really grabbed my attention that this is going to be so cool. And yeah, I just like learned about what like the kind of programs they offer, what the community is. Like, I just like when I first looked at the campus, I was like, I knew that there was something there that connected me to it. So I just started learning more about UBC more than any other university.
Yeah.
And eventually I was like, yep, this is where I belong.
So you just felt that
exactly.
connection,
Like, I think it was just a divine intervention or something. Not that I want to say that God had any role to play in it, because I had I made a conscious decision. I know that I made this decision. Like, I believe in God really like a lot, but I know that this was my call, that I know that I found this place for myself. And it was like God did help me in a way that, you know, they led me to this. The first push was from God, but the rest of it was my decision that this is where I belong, that this I have found my one place that I know that I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. So now we're gonna talk about the program you chose, which was psychology. So why did you choose psychology?
I chose psychology because when I was younger, my grandmother, before she passed away, she used to always tell me that I should be kind, that I should be a good person who helps others. So that kind of always stuck with me. And I, during COVID, had a mental health episode where I was just like not doing okay because of the quarantine, like staying home and stuff, and I couldn't get help. So when I started to like think about what I actually want to do, because it used to shift every week when I was younger, that I want to be an archaeologist, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a space person, an astronaut. I forgot the word. So I used to think about it a lot, that what do I want to do? And then after the mental health episode, I was like, I want to be the person for others that I couldn't be for myself. Like, I want to be the person who helps others, like another person could have helped me, but I couldn't get the help. And then I also started thinking about what kind of a person I am, and I'm the kind of person who really loves listening to others and helping them find their way. Like, I've always been like that just the kind of person that, you know, listens to others, their troubles, and helps them like process it and figure stuff out. And I'm good at giving advice. That's one thing that people think about psychology majors, that they're good at giving advice. And I am. Like, I'm not going to deny that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. And then I started studying psychology, and I fell in love with the human brain. Just the fact that we are so complex, and like the brain is such a beautiful organ. Like, the fact that we still don't know so much about it, it just drove me madly in love. And I was like, this is what I need to do for the rest of my life, because I will never get bored of reading stuff in psychology. I will never get bored of reading about the brain, about reading about brain stuff, about people, about the way we behave, anything related to why people are the way they are. It's gonna make me happy. So I just knew that this is what I need to do.
That's awesome. It's like your calling, right?
Honestly,
your dream program and your dream school. I love that for you. I want to also, as a psych major myself, I 100% agree. Like, the brain is so cool.
It's so cool. I have a poster in my room.
I do. I was gonna bring that up. Like, she has a poster of the brain anatomy on her door. And one of my favorite classes I've ever taken was actually it was biopsych. So literally the brain, the body.
I've studied that too. Cool. It was so cool.
And I think something that's misunderstood about psychology is that it's a useless degree.
Like, you get to study so much, like so many different things. Like, right now I'm taking a course on memory, like how memory works. But I'm also taking a course on the psychology of language, like how does language develop in humans? And I'm also taking a course on health psychology, like how does psychology affect people's health? Like, how does stress play a role? How does a pandemic play a role in how humans behave, and how health outcomes depend on the mental health of people? So It's really cool. And last year I was taking a course on neuroscience, and next year I'm taking a course, like next term I'm taking courses on brain dysfunction and what happens when you're
Yeah.
like when you have dementia. And I'm also like doing, like, UBC doesn't offer forensic psychology, but forensic psychology is so cool. Like, you get to learn about
Yeah.
crime and
It's
stuff.
so cool and it's
Like,
so
oh my god,
important.
I think SFU offers that. But
Yes.
yeah.
Funny you bring that up. I'm actually taking a child
Oh,
forensics course right
cool.
now. Yeah. And my midterms next week.
All the
And
best.
thanks, girl. Yeah, we're like learning about why it's so important to have proper interview protocols with
Yeah.
children. Because when you interview a child in a legal forensic matter, it's
Mhm.
so important that you're not suggestive.
Yeah.
You're not,
You
I
can't
don't
ask
know.
leading
You can't
questions.
ask leading
Yeah.
questions. Children's communications ways are different than
Yeah,
adults,
exactly.
and it can tamper with evidence. It's so important to know about
Yeah.
this, and it's so underrated. So yeah, psychology is very interdisciplinary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very underrated, I feel. I even have a whole episode talking about what it's like being a psych major, and like I said, you can take so many different things that
Yeah,
can
no,
cater.
honestly. It is ridiculous how psychology connects with everything.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
Because everything is human made. Everything in our society is human made today. Like, history is human made, poli sci is human made, biology is human made, physics is human made. Like, not the actual concepts, but
Yeah.
the studies of it. And psychology affects everything, because everything we do eventually comes back to why are we thinking about it.
Yeah.
And psychology helps us answer that. Like, why am I thinking about the fact that when an object is in motion, it stays in motion unless I acted upon by an external force? Because I can see it, and because my body is allowing me to think about it. And psychology
Yeah.
helps you understand how your body is thinking about it, how your brain is thinking about it.
Yeah.
So everything is connected to
Literally.
like, it's amazing. I think it's like people get confused when they think about psychology. They think it's like mind reading, because like people have asked me,
Right.
can you read my mind?
Same. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, I am not an astrologer. I am a psychology student. Like, I'm not, like, I can't do that.
Yeah, I think that's more of the spiritual side. We're not being super
Yeah.
spiritual here, but yeah, I've gotten that asked maybe like twice.
Like, yeah, like, I
It's
cannot.
funny.
Why do you think I can read your brain?
I mean, we can tell you about the brain, but we can't
Yeah,
really
we
read
can.
your brain.
I can analyze what you're thinking by like how you behave, but I cannot tell you, like, if you tell me that I'm thinking about my future father-in-law right now, I'm not gonna be able to read your mind.
What is the goal for you? What do you want to do with your degree?
I want to be a therapist. Like, I
Yeah.
want to get a PsyD, which is a psychology doctorate for those who don't know. It's like so a PhD is more research focused, but a PsyD is more clinical focused, where you actually
Yeah.
get to talk to people, help them. It's like a therapist with a doctorate. So I want to do that. Like, I want to be a clinical psychologist. I want to work with people who have diagnosable or diagnosed mental disorders and offer them psychotherapy. Because like a psychiatrist is a person who prescribes medication, but I want to do psychotherapy with them.
Psychotherapy is
Yeah.
more like actual
Talking and
right?
helping them find strategies to deal
Yeah.
with their ailment.
It's such an important role.
Yeah,
So
no,
important.
definitely.
Now we're gonna move on to trials and tribulations.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so we already touched upon the hardships that you faced as a newcomer here. Could you think of your hardest moment or challenge ever since coming here? Aside from that first, the dance one you
Yeah.
talked about, has there been anything else that you're open to share?
Well, yes. One thing that really is difficult for me to understand is that, like, it was difficult for me to understand, but now I'm getting better at it. It was that I am not a straight A student anymore. Like, in high school, I was the kind of person who would get easy A's. I would get like a 95 when, like, with my eyes closed. And now it's like my worst course was a 66, I guess. And I was like, I wasn't even sad about it, because I know that I am not great at everything. I understood that. Like, it took some time for me to understand, but initially I was just really, really sad that I'm not gonna be able to, live up to this expectation I had in my mind that I'm I'm a, what's the word, I there's this thing that we say in India, it's like slang, but it's not popular here, so I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm not in the A category of students like that, the ones that always get the best marks. But I am the kind of person who does a lot of other things. So I had to find out my life from away from academics. That was really difficult for
Yeah.
me because in high school, all that mattered to me was grades and
Yeah.
getting into a good university. And now that I'm here in this university, I had no idea what to do except for studying.
Yeah.
So that was a big challenge to find who I am away from studies.
Yeah, that's such an important point, like not being a straight A student anymore. I
Yeah.
think I 100% relate to that. I remember it's just really humbling, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
really.
when you get
Like,
your first test back in uni, it's like, what
yeah,
the heck happened to me?
I was like, is this a mistake?
I
The first time, and I was
know.
like, okay, I guess I'm gonna just study harder, and then I
Literally.
did, and
Yeah.
nothing changed.
No, literally. Like I remember I was sobbing because of
Yeah, no, I know.
my first like term report grades. I don't know, like it's just I was also a pretty good student in high school too. It was pretty
Yeah,
much straight A's with my eyes closed, like whatever. I don't know what happened.
yeah.
And I think
I think it's just the fact that university is just a lot harder,
yeah.
and it's also like because professors have certain expectations that you cannot meet because in high school your teachers actually personally know you. They're
Yeah.
like they understand the kind of student you are, so they grade you accordingly. Like
Yeah.
not like they're unfair about it, but they know what
Yeah.
you're thinking, even if you're like a little ambiguous about, like, for example, if you're saying that um Terry gave a pear to Barry, for example,
Period.
your
Yes.
your high school teacher will know that Terry physically did something that would
Yeah.
like affect Perry. But when you say that in university, your professors are gonna want to ask you more.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, you're gonna lose out on marks, which is
Yeah.
like something that a lot of people don't understand. So for any high school students listening, don't worry, it's not the end of the world
It's
if you do
not.
not get an
Yeah.
A, because nobody's getting the A.
No one, yeah.
Like if a person is getting an A in one course, trust me, they're probably failing the other one. So
Literally.
everything is fine. It's all relative to how you view yourself. Do not compare yourself with others in
Yeah.
university, especially. It's not. It's only gonna make you feel worse. So do not do that.
Yeah. I think another thing is like the only way you improve is the more exams you do. It's just all a matter of repetition
Yeah.
in uni. I think that's the big case. Something that I also experienced was feeling like a number in the system.
Yeah,
I felt
know
so
what you
isolated.
mean.
Yeah, like I just felt so disconnected from my profs, my TAs. I didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
Did you feel that way too?
Oh my god, yes, because I am something of a teacher's pet.
Mm.
Like I've always been that way. I have issues with authority, but like not being able to, like, my first psych class was Psych 101 in here because like the education system in India doesn't do credits, so I couldn't get them transferred. But I like took Psych 101 and it was like a class of 300 students.
Yeah.
And I was like, I come from a grade where we had 24 students in my entire class. Like, that was like a discussion group. Like, you know, when you have tutorials in,
Yeah.
like, I was like, this is insane. We have these many students, grades 11 and 12 combined
Yeah.
in my high school. So, and then I had to, like, you know, go out of my way to get to know my professors because when I was in school, my teachers would just sit with me and we would just
Yeah.
talk. And they were there for my exams, they were there for everything. And now my professors just like, I had to raise my hand and wait 10 minutes for my professor to
Yeah.
answer a question during like midterms and finals because there was just so many students. It was insane, and it was really difficult to see that I was not just a lemming in the race. Like, I'm not just part of a rat race. That I'm my own individual person. It was like I had to go out of my way to understand that I'm not just a part of the university's money making scheme. I'm
Yeah.
actually a person who's trying to make something of myself. It was really difficult.
Now talking more on the international student side of things,
Yep.
Were there ever moments where you felt misunderstood or invisible?
Not with my professors. Like, they all thankfully treat us like we're all equal, which is one thing that I really also love about UBC, that everyone's treated equally here. But I feel like this is gonna sound silly. They charge us so much money.
Oh, I know.
Like, it is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, domestic students pay $4,000 for a course, like for like their entire like university. I pay $4,000 for one course.
That's crazy.
Plus, there's like additional student fees, like
Yeah.
the Compass card fee, the like the student union fee, the Arts Undergraduate Society fee. Like, it's so
your dorm.
yeah, my dorm. It's like there's I paid $1,200 for rent, and like I'm like, and insurance. Like,
Yeah.
I do not get free healthcare.
Yeah.
I have to pay for that. Everything costs money, and I'm like, that is like the only place where I feel like international students' struggles are kind of like overlooked, because every time I meet an international student, I'm like, how are you doing? They're like, I'm broke.
Yeah.
Because all international students are always broke. We do not, we barely get any money to spare on ourselves. So that's like the one thing that I feel like domestic students have that very easy, that they pay less money than us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, as a domestic student myself, I see, even in my school, like the tuition
Yeah.
charges for y'all are insane.
It is insane.
Yeah. I'm glad that you're able to,
Yeah.
if you are making it by. Yeah, it's crazy.
No, I work now, so I have money.
Yeah, there we go. That's the way that you feel, like, not misunderstood at least.
Yeah.
I guess, but just that side of things is tricky.
I'm gonna lie down.
No, literally, yes, do it. Okay, guys, we're lying down. My first lying down episode.
I think one good thing about UBC, especially, is that they have a lot of support available for international students, for students who struggle with mental health, who struggle with, anything that is difficult. They have a lot of resources and help available. Like, anything that you wish you could get help with, there is help available at UBC, which is one thing that I really, really love.
Yeah.
So I've never felt invisible. I've just felt like when it comes to money, sometimes people don't understand how difficult it can be. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty chill. It's a good, environment to be as an international student.
Yeah, I'm happy for you about that. And that's another thing too, like, universities have so many resources.
Yeah.
And
it's
students
crazy.
should take advantage of it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. Like, I was in my school we have these things called hive leaders, where it's like it's like the equivalent of like what's it called? The leader thing that you did.
The orientation leader
Orientation
thing?
leader, yeah. You like help this new students navigate. And one of my tasks was to instruct them and tell them about all the resources we have on campus. And I was like, we have so many resources that I didn't even know about.
Exactly. Like, when I was getting trained for the orientation leader thing, there's so much stuff on campus that I had no idea existed.
Yeah.
And like, I'm in my third year and I still didn't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna tell the students about this, but I'm also gonna use it myself.
Literally, like, let me use it too.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So please, if you're starting first year or anything, take advantage of your resources.
Yeah, no, they're there for you to use them.
Yeah.
They're not there just so they can like create more jobs. They're there so that people can help you, because they're there to help you.
Yeah, and I'm sure the staff really work hard to keep those resources running.
Oh, yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah.
And like, also especially for international students, it's your fees that are going over
Literally,
there.
like-
So take advantage of them.
Yeah. Now, when you feel homesick or if you feel lonely missing your family, because I know it can happen many days, how do you deal with it?
Well, I often just call my family that, hey, what's up? With my brother especially, because it's not like, it's a 3-hour time difference, so he's often up when I'm like, willing to, like, when I want to talk to him. So when I am like feeling homesick, I just call him, or I call my mom or my dad that, hey, I miss you. Or if they're not available, or if I'm like, really, really struggling, I just write, because I do poetry. So
yeah, she does do poetry, guys.
yeah, I just either just talk to them, or I'm like, yeah, I'll just write something, or I just like,
Mm-hmm.
watch a Bollywood movie, which is like
Yeah.
amazing.
Comfort
Yeah,
comfort
comfort
shows.
movies.
Yes. Now we're gonna move on to mental health.
Okay.
I know you wanted to talk about this, so
Yes, I
and
did.
this is such an important. I don't think I've ever talked about this on my
Oh,
podcast, mental
okay.
health, and it's so important. So yeah, what do you have to say about this?
One thing that really has helped me with feeling lonely and with like, just like a lot of challenges that I've had overall is mental health support. Like, before moving to Canada, I did have panic attacks, like a lot of panic attacks,
Mm-hmm.
just because, like, I was moving away and it was just a new world and everything. So I couldn't even get help then. And like I mentioned, during COVID, I had an episode. So it was like really difficult for me. So when I moved here, I kind of forgot about it. But then, like about 2 months into first year, I had another panic attack, and I was like, "Yeah, this is not gonna work. I need to like get support." And I went to the AMS, like the UBC counseling services, and while I appreciate where they were coming from, it was not a good support. Like it was just like it didn't work for me. But I know that it works for a lot of people. So if anyone does go to UBC and needs help, go there. It really does help.
Mm-hmm.
But I also just like went to like a lot of places where I could get support. Like I joined clubs and stuff. And then second year, I actually discovered that the UBC Student Union has health insurance and they cover therapy. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like how when you win the lottery and there's like the background music that plays, I felt like that. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna get therapy.
Aww.
And then I started therapy last year in June or July, I'm not sure. But, and ever since then, I've been a completely different person. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I've become more confident, I've become more aware of who I am as a person. I've become more forgiving, more collected, more peaceful. And I used to have a lot of issues with my parents. I would disagree with them on everything. With my brother too, like he's so much older than me. He's like a third parent to me. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but he's um he's also like a really huge part of my life. So I was the kind of person who was like, I don't want to be with my family ever. I
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say I hated them because obviously they're my family, I love them to death, but I was like, I love them, but I cannot be with them ever.
Mm-hmm.
So therapy also really helped me better my relationship with my family, especially with my dad, because with my dad, it was like I inherited his anger issues, so we would constantly fight. So it got better with my dad too, that I understand where he comes from, and because of that, I've been able to help him understand where I come from. So our relationship has gotten a lot better. Oh my God, thank you.
Yay.
And um yeah, and like with therapy, I've also learned how to set boundaries. And the one thing that I've learned most is how to manage anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
because I am one of the most anxious people in the world. Like, thankfully, I don't have a diagnosed mental disorder with anxiety, but I still struggle with anxiety a lot. Like, I struggle with anxiety, like, how um, it's always like in the back of my head that something could go wrong, something could go wrong. And
Mm-hmm.
therapy has helped me understand that it's okay if something goes wrong. Like,
Yeah.
you can deal with it. It's life. Like, if life were just like a walk in the park, it would not be fun. But if life needs to be a roller coaster so that you can actually learn from it and live. So it's helped me understand that the roller coaster is a part of the journey.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm really grateful for my therapist. Honestly, you can link the therapy website that I
Yeah,
used on
totally.
your on like the thumbnail and stuff,
Yeah.
because therapy has been what, and the therapist that like the company that I found, they actually are very low cost. So they charge like $45 per session, and the first session is free.
Oh, that's great.
So it's really, really good. You can get so much out of it, because I know that a lot of people cannot get support because of how expensive therapy is. But this company like doesn't charge a lot of money, and you
Yeah.
can honestly learn so much about yourself, who you are, the kind of relationships you want in your life with all sorts of people, and just the kind of person that you know that you want to be. Like a lot of people ask me, do I go to therapy because I'm crazy or because I'm mentally ill or something? And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like the other day, one of my friends, like my coworkers, actually asked me, why do you go to therapy? Are you broken? And I'm like, no, I'm not broken. I'm just getting more fixed. Like therapy isn't about being broken. You don't go to therapy because there's something wrong with you. You go to therapy because you know that there are things in your life that are not working and you want to be better, or you just want to, you know, do something that makes you a better person. Like, who doesn't want to be a kinder, happier
Yeah.
person? Therapy just helps me be happier, you know? Like,
Yeah.
my therapist, they're one of the most amazing people. The way they lift me up, it's like I would tell them that, hey, so I'm struggling with the fact that I'm, you know, like I didn't get into psychology honors. Like I wanted to be in the honors program and I did not get in. And they're like, but you're in UBC. I went to art school for undergrad. And I'm like, okay, thanks for putting things in perspective for me. So they're always like, my therapist is always hyping me up. They're such a nice person. So honestly, therapy's helped me be more happy.
That's so awesome.
And honestly, just like, yeah, anyone who's struggling with the idea of should I try it, please try it. It will only make you happier. It will only make you feel like you, like, okay, I know this is gonna sound cringe, but you deserve all the happy things in the world. I'm just talking to, like, everyone who's listening. You deserve all the happiness in the world, and therapy is one thing that can help you find that happiness. So I would just say, please try it. It's
Yeah.
Ally Therapy, and I will get Sophie to link it.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. It's such a wonderful, like, you know, environment. You can be open, free, and just say anything you want.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's no judgment ever, and it's really amazing.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing
Yeah, of
that. That's so
course.
awesome. And for being so vulnerable and open about your mental health. Yeah, I think that's so important because I think a lot of people see therapy, like you said, if you're broken, go to therapy, like that sort of
Yeah.
conversation. What people don't understand is that you can still be okay and go to therapy. Like a lot of people, it's recommended no matter what your mental state is, if you're happy or sad, therapy is so good for
Yeah, like
you.
therapy can be like, you know how you go to a physician every 3 months
Yeah.
that for like a general checkup?
Mm-hmm.
Therapy can be a general checkup to
Yeah.
like, you know, check in, like, are you okay?
Yeah.
And if you're not, I can help you with that. Like that's the environment of a therapist. Like that's their
Yeah.
vibe. That I would love it if you were okay. Like honestly, I want you to be okay, but if you're not, I'm gonna help you be okay. That's how all therapists are, that I want you to be okay. And it sounds weird, but they really care about us. All therapists care about their clients, even if it seems like that they're only doing it for the money. Trust me, they're not. They love you, not in a weird way. Just in a, you know, just as a person, like they love all their clients and they want them to succeed. All therapists
Yeah.
want that. I know I want that when I become a therapist. I want all my
Yes.
clients to succeed. So just yeah, please try therapy. It's gonna
Yeah.
change your life.
Yes. And these therapists, they're professionals, so they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and they've practiced for years and years.
Yeah.
Like they're going to know what they're doing.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah, it's just so important. So yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for sharing that. And I'll definitely link the resources. Now we're gonna move on to some more of the positives.
I'm gonna sit now.
Yeah, okay. So if you didn't know, we were lying down. Now we're gonna sit. First of all, as an international student, how did you find community?
I was living in residence my first year and like, you know, my third year too now. And the first place I found community was my residence complex. Like just, you know, going up to a random person in the dining hall and being like, hey, can I sit with you? And then now I wouldn't say we're all friends, but I do run into them and we do say hi stop for a chat and stuff, check in how we're doing. So we do check in, and like, that was like one of the first places I found community, but also I got involved on campus, like with the I got involved first of all with the Arts Undergraduate Society. Then I started going to just like random club events for a lot of different clubs. And I one thing that I really liked was the Psychology Students Association. So I first year I was like just actively, like just passively involved, like just going to events and stuff. But second year I became a committee member. Like I started writing for their newsletter. And then I also found Love Your Neighbor Club in first year, which was where we volunteer together.
Yeah.
I found the on campus one, and then I registered for the off campus volunteering where Sophie and I met. And it was just like a really wonderful community. We would gather for lunch, we would eat food together, we would have potlucks and make crafts together that we would sell for fundraising. And just like, yeah, it was really beautiful. And yeah, and just like random friends through. Honestly, I met one of my best friends just like randomly on the street, and now we're
Aw.
such good friends.
That's so cute.
And yeah, and it just like getting involved on campus. And then second year I found UBC Slam Poetry, which is, so poetry is one thing that has kept me going since I was in grade 6. Like that's when I wrote my first poem ever, and I've just like not stopped since. And like I found the club, and I just knew that I have found my people. Like, you know how operatic music plays in the background when you
Yes.
find something really beautiful? I got so involved with the club, like all the activities. I would show up to events. And then our president for the club graduated, and she was like, "So I'm graduating, and who wants to be president?" And I
There
put
we
in my
go.
name, and now I'm
There
president.
we go. And I'm so proud of her. Like she's so
Thank
you can just tell she's so passionate. Like she radiates when she talks about this club.
I
It's
love
awesome.
UBC Slam Poetry. Like,
Yes.
it's like, you know how you find this one place where you know you can be yourself, and that is the only thing you need to be. Like, you don't need to be anything else for
Yeah.
anyone. I can talk about all sorts of things when I'm on stage. Like, I can talk about heartbreak, I can talk about grief, I can talk about anxiety, I can talk about, I mean, currently it's like I'm having a bit of a creative block, but I'm writing a poem about a love affair between two people who were married to other people against their wills. And it was like,
Ooh.
I'm making this entirely fictional story that makes no sense. It's like so fun that it's not connected to me at all, but I can talk about it because everyone's gonna love it, and it's
Yeah.
beautiful. And the people that I've met through poetry is just like, the last person who came in talked about their marriage, and I'm obviously I'm not married, but I like gained so much perspective about just relationships in general, that I know that when I eventually do find my partners, because of this person's poetry, I know that this is the kind of person I want to be. That I want to be the kind of person who would actively communicate with their partner, because they were talking about that.
Yeah.
So it has helped me learn so much about myself, about others, about just the kind of person you need to be. And it's the most beautiful thing in my life right now.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest beauties of joining clubs is you find your community because the people in it have the same passions as
Yeah,
you.
and this is like a little advice to everyone who's entering uni. Join clubs, because making friends is really difficult,
It's so
especially in university. So if you join clubs in something especially that you're interested in, you're going to meet people who already have one interest in common with you. Like, and you don't need to have like friends that you do everything with. Like, you're not going to find your best friend always. Like, sometimes you're not going to have any best friends. You're just going to have good friends. So this is one thing that I've learned from this movie that is about therapy, that um you're gonna have friends that you can catch coffee with. you're gonna have friends that you can maybe watch a movie with. You're gonna have friends that you're gonna run into them, but you're not gonna actually hang out with them. And then you're gonna have some friends that you can do anything with. Having different groups of friends is really important. So even if you don't find your best friend, like your ride or die, through a club, you're at least gonna find friends who can help you through, you know, an academic crisis, or who you can study with, or just someone you can grab coffee with and be like, oh, okay, so this is what's going on, and have a little break. So finding your best friend is not important, because in order to be a best friend, you need to first be friends. So I would say focus on being friends instead of being like, oh my God, I need to find this one best friend.
Yeah.
You're not going to find a best friend if you look for it. Find friends. That's what I would say.
So beautiful. So yeah, definitely for uni students, find a club.
Yeah.
Just try, just put yourself out there, because your experience is what you make of it. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna, like, you know how if you're worried about, people biting your face off when you're stepping out, don't step out. Nothing will happen to you.
Yeah.
But that's the point. Nothing will happen to you if you don't step out.
Yeah.
So you need to face the fear that I am gonna get rejections. I'm gonna get, people are gonna laugh in my face. But if you laugh with them, they're gonna stop laughing.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna know that you're the kind of person who can accept failure. So just put yourself out there. Failure's a part of it.
Yeah.
And eventually, the more times you fail, the more times you learn, and eventually you're gonna stop failing. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and even especially as a new student, you have nothing to lose. So literally just go for it. Sure, you'll look stupid just being that new awkward member of the club, but that's just how it works.
Yeah,
and that's just how the game works. So
exactly.
Yeah, it's just the fact that you are brave enough to put yourself out there. The only person
that's what matters.
Yeah, and you're gonna be the one benefiting from it from the end.
Exactly.
In the end. So
exactly.
So you've definitely found your community, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And also your res. Have you made friends on your floor or your building?
Well, yes. I've been to some of the residence events, but I really like my roommates. They're really good people. So shout out to you guys. I'm looking to the wall.
I want to specifically talk about our volunteering together.
Yes.
Like we said, we met through volunteering.
Yeah.
And specifically, we work with children.
Yeah.
And this ties into what you want to do, kind of, right?
Yeah, kind of. I want to be involved with children, but I also want to just be involved with helping people. And with kids, it's like I have 5 nieces and nephews and 1 more on the way.
Yeah, the birthday one.
Yeah, the birthday one. We're probably gonna end up sharing birthdays, like my niece or nephew and I'm not sure what the gender is, but yeah. I have a lot of experience with kids, and also just the fact that they're so impressionable. I feel like I have good values, and I want to be the kind of person who can give those good values to the kids that I'm, helping. And I randomly stumbled across Love Your Neighbor Club. I was just hanging out with my friend, and she was like, oh, this volunteering club is so cool, let's join. And I was like, okay, sure, I guess I'll go. And then I went, and I didn't know that I was actually signing up for off-campus volunteering. And then Kira,
shout out Kira.
Kira is amazing. She was like, okay, I'll see you next week. And I was like, okay. And then I forgot about it. And then she texted me that, hey, I didn't see you. Are you okay? And I was like, oh, I had to go. I forgot. And then the next week, I forgot again.
Oh my gosh.
And the third week, I finally did show up. And I haven't stopped going since, because it was just not even with the kids, the volunteers themselves are such amazing people.
Yeah.
And then with the kids, it's like they're really funny sometimes.
So funny.
Like some of the kids are just like this morning.
Oh my god, I think I know what you're gonna say.
I was asking them what 6-7 means, and they were giving such funny responses, and it was so silly, but it was so sweet. And the kids, my friends are all they know that Step Up and Love Your Neighbor Club are a huge part of me. So every Sunday they're like, what are you doing this Sunday? And I'm like, and before I can say anything, like after Step Up, I know you're going there because it's such a huge
know.
part of me now
Yeah.
that it's just such a wonderful community, and I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
Yeah, and I love you being there.
You being there too. Stop. Yeah, and now she's from missing the first 3 days. She's now a
Yeah.
leader.
Yeah.
The growth is insane. Again with the 6-7 though. I know.
Yeah, oh my
Like I had
God.
drama class today, and there was already a 6-7 reference.
Yeah, we were playing the follow the leader game today in volunteering, and they're all doing this,
Oh,
like
no,
the
the
action,
6-7
the
action.
6-7 action, and I was like,
Guys, this generation
like
is
this generation is cooked.
literally. But you know what? We had as someone who grew up with our own
Yeah, no,
trends,
definitely.
and that can be their thing.
Yeah.
We'll let them have fun with it. But yeah, no, definitely this club
Yeah.
has changed my life too.
Yeah.
Like I started off with being a really shy kid in drama in
Mhm.
grade 8. Like I joined drama to boost my confidence.
Yeah.
And now I'm teaching it. Isn't that
It's
so crazy?
cool.
Yeah, and like a lot of the lessons that I did in grade 8, I'm doing it now.
Mhm.
So that's kind of how I structured my lessons. And it's such a great program. And also the
Yeah.
volunteers
They're
are
such amazing
honestly,
people.
yeah, other than the kids, they're like the best part of it.
Yeah.
And they are another sense of community for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's awesome that you have an off-campus thing going on
Yeah,
too.
because
So
if I don't go to Step Up, I don't leave campus a lot of times
Yeah.
because UBC has everything I could need. Like it has McDonald's, it has pizza, it has Bigway now.
Yep.
And you will not, I don't know if you know, there's a Sephora vending machine on campus. So I don't
I've
even
seen
need to go downtown anymore.
they're like giving you more excuses to
Yeah,
stay here.
exactly. And I was like, and I mean, I work on campus, so I literally don't leave campus if I don't go to Step Up. So, you know, it's a good way for me to actually get
Yeah.
out. So
Yeah.
I'm really glad. Yeah,
No, yeah. Long story short here, don't be afraid to
step out
step out
and step up.
and step up, period. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to, oh, my voice, guys. Can you like tell my voice has been like fading throughout the entire podcast?
It's okay.
We're okay. No, Loki, I love my raspy voice.
Yeah,
It's like kind
it
of
sounds
hot.
so cute. Yeah.
Okay, anyways, next is what has been your favorite memory in Canada so far?
Let me think about this for a second. Oh, okay. My favorite memory was the Eras tour.
There we go, guys.
I have a Taylor Swift poster
yeah,
in
she's
my
a
room.
Swiftie.
I understand that Taylor Swift is not an ethical billionaire, but I love her music. So I'm not going to comment on that. Please don't come at me for that.
Yeah.
But it was just such a magical experience. Like,
Didn't you watch it solo?
I did. I went alone. I was just
That
going
is,
to
like,
say that.
peak self-care.
Yeah, like okay, so what happened? I got the concert tickets for Friday, like on Friday, from my friend. She was like, I accidentally bought this ticket. I thought it was for Sunday, but it's for Friday. So do you want to go? And I like hastily bought this ticket. And I was like, okay, so the concert is tomorrow. And I was like, you know what? I couldn't believe it. So I was looking at the ticket and it said it's for Friday. And I'm like, wait, isn't today Friday? And I was like, the concert is today. And then I was in Irving K. Barber, which is the campus like main library. And I was sitting there with my friends and I was like, guys, the concert is today. I messed up. So I left my bags with my friends that, okay, take this. And I took a cab and I ran to BC Place. And it was the most magical experience of my life.
So cool.
Seeing Taylor Swift live and like, you know, in Bejeweled, she comes in and she's like, hi. And I'm like, and she did hi to us. And I was like, oh my God, Taylor Swift said hi to me. Oh my God. And
So cute.
it was the happiest memory of my life. Like, honestly, going alone was so much fun because I could actually enjoy without being like, oh my God, I have to be there with my friend. I could enjoy alone because listening to music and going to a concert with a friend can be really fun when you're like, both of you are, you know, as interested in the artist as like you personally are. But nobody I know really loves her music as much as I do. They're all like, you know, I don't care about her. And Taylor Swift is like really important to me because I just love her music. And so going alone was like a really good decision because I knew especially that nobody else is going to spend the amount of money that I paid for the ticket because nobody likes her as much as I do. And also just that, you know, I'm gonna enjoy her music in a way that I want to, because some of her songs I relate to so much that I knew I was gonna cry.
Yeah.
That I went in with this expectation that I'm gonna cry to All Too Well. If she plays this one song, I'm gonna cry to it. And that was her surprise song. That was not in
Oh,
her
yeah.
set list. She was just like randomly playing it. Like she did this thing where she was gonna have surprise songs for each different city where she's gonna play two songs. And one of the songs she played was about Mother's Day, and the other surprise song was about her mother who fought cancer. And obviously, like I mentioned, I lost my grandma to that, so that song was especially really important to me. So when she did those, I didn't know that she was gonna do those, and so I ended up crying a lot too. But yeah, if I was with a friend, I knew I couldn't do that because my
Yeah.
friends wouldn't relate to her songs as I
Yeah.
would. So I was just really glad that I ended up going alone. And
That's so pretty.
it was a crazy experience because I didn't tell anyone that I was going.
Yeah.
Like I called my brother and I was like, should I get tickets? And he's like, yeah, go for it. It's your first concert. Like you're gonna it was my first concert
Yeah.
ever. My first concert ever was Taylor Swift. Like no one can top that.
Right.
So I was just like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And it was the best experience of my life.
So cute. I'm so happy
yeah,
for you.
thank you.
Did you also feel just more welcome to Vancouver through that experience?
Yeah, like when I was sitting like when I was finding my seat and I sat down, Gracie Abrams was playing, and then after that, like when there was a gap, like after she'd opened and Taylor was still setting up and stuff, I spoke to a couple of people and I was like, where are you from? And one person was from Florida.
Oh,
One
wow.
person actually came all the way from Miami, like in Florida. Like
That's
they
crazy.
came, and then one person was like, oh, I'm from like the Yukon territories. And I was like, you came all the way over here? And he's like, yeah, I came from my daughter. Like she loves Taylor Swift. So I was like, okay. So like there were people
Yeah.
from all over North America just there to see Taylor Swift. And I was like, so there are people from technically all over the world because I'm from India. But then
Yeah.
in that moment when she said, hello, Vancouver, I'm Taylor Swift. And I was like, I'm a Vancouver right now.
This is
yeah,
yeah.
I am from Vancouver now. So that was like the defining moment of like, Vancouver is also home now. So
Oh, that's
yeah.
so beautiful. I'm very happy for you.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
yeah, I think this city is also just so there's so much to do.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, I'm very happy that you had
Thank
that
you.
experience. How has moving to Canada changed your sense of identity?
Well, like I said in the beginning, I'm the baby of my family. So
Yeah.
I think one huge thing that changed was that I can do stuff on my own. Like I can be the strong, independent woman that I need to be
Yeah.
because I am capable of anything and more. So I think that was a really huge change that came in me, that I could, I could do anything I wanted without being like, oh my God, but I need help from this person. I need help from my dad. I need help from my mom. I was like the other day, I couldn't figure out how to do like something about cooking. And I was like, you know what? I have Chat GPT. I'm going to ask that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call my mom today. I'm not going to wake her up from sleep because it was 3 a.m. in India.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wake her up. I'm going to figure this out on my own. So I just Chat GPT'd it. And I was like, okay. And then I used my own brain because Chat GPT is never enough. So, and I figured it out. And I the dish came out really well. So I was good. But one thing that has really changed is that I've become an independent person.
How do you stay connected to your culture and traditions while living here?
Well, I pray. That is one thing that really is a huge part of me. I listen to Hindi music. I speak Hindi and I understand Punjabi. I don't speak it that well, but it is technically my mother tongue too. So I speak Hindi and I listen to Punjabi music and I listen to Hindi music and I watch Bollywood movies. And I am also taking this course on Hindu mythology in UBC, which is like super cool. Like I get to learn more about my culture. And I am also like, I'm not actually a part of the Indian Students Association just because I don't have time to be in any more clubs, but I go to their events and it's just it's a really beautiful community over there, and I eat a lot of Indian food, like a lot of Indian food. Like my pantry is stocked with Indian spices and stuff, and it's just Yeah, and like next week it's Diwali, which is one of the like biggest Hindu festivals. And yeah, I'm gonna just like, pray, have some fun with my friends, and just, yeah, wear Indian clothes and do my makeup and like
Yes.
wear my bangles
I
and
cannot
stuff.
wait
And
to
it's gonna
see
be really
it.
cute.
That's very
Yeah.
cute. Yeah. You are very in touch with your culture here. There's so
I
much to
am.
do here.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot. Like I also like just, talk to my family a lot,
Yeah.
which is like really important because even though I'm not in India, I know exactly what's going on. Like I know all my neighborhood gossip from my
The
mom.
neighborhood gossip.
Yeah, I know everything that's going on
Yeah.
like with my schoolmates because my friends and I stay in touch that,
Yeah.
oh my god, is this person dating this person? Oh my god, but I thought they broke up and stuff. Like I constantly know what's going on. So
Yeah.
that's like a really huge part that I just stay connected to the people that I talk to and like
Yeah.
love.
That's awesome. Now looking back, what would you tell your past self before moving to Canada?
You're gonna mess up and shit's gonna go down, but that shit is gonna be amazing.
Period.
Yeah, so I think that's one thing that I would say that yeah, failure is a part of life and I should just embrace it. And losing friends is not the end of the world. That is one thing I would say, that losing people is not the end of the world because friends are gonna come and go. So yeah, because finding your best friend is important, but like I said, finding friends is more important. So just keep finding friends. That is one
Yeah.
thing I would say to myself.
Yeah. And you're still so young.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
still
like
so
19 years old. I'm gonna turn 20 soon, but like
Yes. Yes, so
Yeah.
already so mature for your age too. I love it.
you.
Living out here on your own. Yeah, so totally. That's a beautiful thing to tell your younger
Thank you.
self. Yeah, and it's so true. You're going to fail, you're going to mess up, but that's just life. Now, how do you define home? Like, is it a place or is it a feeling or is it the people around you? Like, how do you define home now?
I think home for me is. I think home doesn't exist for me anymore. Home doesn't exist anymore because everything's home. Because I think home is me now, that to me it's like I don't care about where I am as long as I'm with myself.
That's so beautiful.
So I think I am my own home now, and everywhere I go, I just try to find another room in my home where I can be like, okay, so my family, that's like my main, like that's my master bedroom. My friends are my living room. My apartment here is my kitchen because that's where I
Yes.
actually cook.
Yes.
And, campus is my home library because when I grow up, I want a library in my house. So, like, I am my own home, but there's different aspects that are different parts of home for me now. So, yeah, that's what I would say.
So like you compartmentalize your
Yeah.
That's a really good way to put things.
Yeah,
I've
like,
never
I am my own home. Like, yeah.
I've never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And now what are your favorite things to do in Canada?
I love going downtown. That's
Yeah.
like experience in itself for me.
Yeah.
Because when I'm going downtown, first I'm like, stopping at Sephora. Every time I go downtown, I am stopping at Sephora. I am stopping at Lush. I am trying some samples. I am buying some makeup, and I'm getting food, and I'm probably gonna go to Robson Square, eat that food over there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's one of the things I love doing. I love going to the beach. I know you said in the last episode that you don't like going to the beach.
Wow.
Yeah,
I remember that.
but I love going to the beach.
Yeah, good for
and,
you.
I also like love being on campus. Just the campus activities, the campus culture is really nice, and I love how into Canada people are here. Like,
We're very patriotic.
yeah, like very patriotic in a way that makes me feel like, okay, damn guys, I guess I'm gonna like keep quiet. But yeah, I love seeing the Canadian spirit. It's really beautiful. And yeah, I also love how like, obviously it's not enough no matter what we do, but I love how, especially in Vancouver, everyone's really knowledgeable and really like open about reparations to Indigenous people. Like, that is one thing that really makes me happy. And that's one thing that I love to do.
Yeah.
Just like understand how I'm playing a role in the in the reconciliation with indigenous cultures. Like I recognize that I'm also a settler here, so that's one thing that I like to do, is just to connect with people from the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations, which is
Yeah.
where Vancouver and UBC are situated.
Yeah.
So that is one thing that really matters to me, is just like keeping in touch with reconciliation with indigenous people, with Canada in general. And yeah, that's the one thing I love to do. And I also just like love hanging out with my friends, just finding new places to eat. Yeah.
What is something you miss about home?
I miss the street food.
Yeah.
A lot. Like, oh my God, Sophie, the food in India, nowhere in the world is there better food than there is in Delhi.
love that.
I will die on a hill for this argument that Delhi
Yeah.
has the best food in the world.
Okay.
Like, I'm not even kidding. It is magical.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I love food in Delhi.
What advice would you give to international students, or just feeling isolated, right? Just to wrap this whole episode in a bow. What advice?
I would say you only feel isolated if you make yourself feel isolated. So put yourself out there. I know this sounds a very victim blamey thing, but you have to take initiative, because you cannot be a passive like passenger in your life. You have to be the driver of your life. You have to take control. So nothing is going to happen to you if you don't let it. So just take initiative and put yourself out there. Yeah, that is one thing I would say.
That is a wrap for our episode. That was such a beautiful episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, like,
it was really fun doing it with you.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Yeah, and as someone who is also not born in Canada, I can't really relate to you that much because I was so young.
Yeah.
So it's so cool hearing from an international student that moved here not that long ago. So yeah, different perspectives. It's crazy, and I have a new respect for international students and how much you guys go through. It's honestly insane, and I think this can help a lot of people. Which is so beautiful. So yeah, a big shout out again to Chahat.
Thank you.
You are honestly so sweet and wonderful, and I really hope that you go far in your psychology degree. Psychology
I hope you do too.
Thanks, girl.
You're amazing.
If you have any questions, reach out to Chahat.
Yeah.
And
I will get Sophie to add my Instagram. That's like the one place to reach me.
I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye, guys.